So, continuation of the live streams, the daily live streams. I appreciate you coming on yesterday. I had a good time. If you're new to my YouTube channel, my name's Jonathan. I'm a mentor. I mentor people on how to overcome their fears and their anxieties so they can build confidence, discipline, accountability, achieve their goals and make positive changes in their life. So we're going to talk today about overcoming anxiety and breaking out of being stuck in your life and achieving goals, all those things that go hand in hand with changing your life. Because I always say, if you want to change your life, then you're going to have to get good at facing your anxieties. You can't avoid that. So it's a two-in-one discipline, which is a really life-changing discipline to learn, and that's ability to get better at managing anxiety and overcoming it in spots where you can overcome it, because there's certain spots you can overcome it completely. You're never going to completely get rid of it because anxiety is normal and fear is part of being human. But you can get very good at getting control over it and not letting it dominate you and make you scared, make you stuck, make you procrastinate and all those things. So you accomplish, life-changing results and positivity and discipline and, quitting addictions and breaking out of patterns through daily discipline. That's another thing that you can't get out of when you think about it. We've only got one day at a time. We live daily life, so although a lot of people project into the future, it's not entirely wrong to do that. We all do that. You can only do one day at a time. So you've got every single day, you've got an opportunity to learn, to grow, to move forward, to enjoy your life, to challenge yourself, or you've got the choice to stay stuck, which is what a lot of people initially choose to do. Compassionately, obviously, because it's difficult for people. I was like that for the first 10-15 years of my life. I was so frightened of everything that I would always choose to stay stuck, stay safe, because I didn't want to face my fears. I didn't want to face the triggers, and that's a big part of procrastination. I see a lot of videos online talking about procrastination. Some of the videos I agree with, some I don't. And one of the major reasons why people procrastinate is because they don't want to be triggered. They know that if they move forward, it's going to trigger all their fears and their anxieties and their issues, and that frightens people. So people choose to stay away from where their triggers are. But you can't change your life. You can't build confidence. You can't build discipline. You can't build mental resilience if you don't eventually start to expose yourself to your triggers and overcome them and get more desensitized to them. So that's what we're talking about today. Now, I like to make my teaching really simple because these things are simple. We're not saying that they're easy to do, because obviously to do something every day, it takes a lot of strength, character, willpower. And as I've said before, one of the major explanations for overcoming anxiety and building confidence is you can't go by your emotions. A lot of people generally check in to see how they're feeling. And if you check to see how you're feeling, most days you're not going to feel like getting out of bed. You're not going to feel like going to the gym. So discipline is irrespective of how you feel. So, obviously if you feel good, it's a bonus, but you've got to do it anyway. You've got to get up and go to the gym if you feel good, if you don't feel good, if you want to grow and get the most out of life and really learn the skills that I'm teaching today, which are discipline, which are building character, which are anxiety management, timekeeping, all these things that are straightforward and they're obvious, but they take strength to practice. So strength is being able to move forward and discipline, complete your disciplines and your tasks, your responsibilities, your goals, regardless of how you feel. So you got to build like a separate strength, a separate folder, if I can use that as an analogy, that is, above and beyond how you're feeling. So the first step is getting up early in the morning, getting out of bed, having a shower and leaving the house. Just a sec, guys, right? I'm gonna get some extra water and we'll see if we can get some questions going. Hold on a sec. Okay. So you see, if you're stuck in a rut right now, right? I understand. I've helped many clients through it. I've been there myself. Like, you get into this, you get into a pattern, you get into a habit. You don't realize it at the start until you get really deep into it. You get into a habit of basically, like, you're kind of just existing. You're not really living. You're not really committing to living life to the full. And it starts off slowly dragging you into this pattern where, you know, stones here. So the great thing about pretty much everyone is most people have got goals in life. You know, they know what they'd like to, you know, we've all got a feeling or an idea of, you know, we want to make something of our life. We want better for our life. We've got goals, we've got aspirations, excuse me. But when you're struggling with anxiety and fear and depression, procrastination, it's got such a strong current and pull to it initially that it pulls you in. It pulls you into where it wants you. And that's usually in isolation. And that's away from the positive habits that are going to give you confidence and self-esteem, like the gym, like socializing, you know, like being creative, you know, doing things that are practical, completing positive tasks, whether it's in your relationships, your career, your health, your fitness. Anxiety tends to not like those areas, and it gets you to feed into it by not doing a lot. And when you're not doing a lot, you're feeding your anxiety because it's got you, and you're obsessing with thinking, or you're numbing out, you're going into your addictions. We've all done it: junk food or pornography, or too much alcohol or drugs, or too much video games, or too much television, or too much YouTube. Oh, let me drop the camera there and spill the coffee. So it's good to be aware of the pattern that you're in and how it's destructive. So to break that pattern, you've got to intelligently, gradually start to go in a different direction. The first step to doing that is to get up earlier. I would say that would be my number one tip to anyone who wants to start changing their life, who wants to quit addictions. I mean, this is not just people with anxiety. I'm saying anyone. You know, getting up early is always a great start. And sometimes people undervalue because they don't understand, or they overlook the simple daily disciplines of life that really add up if you keep doing them. So getting up early is already a winning start. Once you can do that consistently, you can build on that. Then you can practice getting out of isolation, which starts with leaving your house or your apartment where you're staying, going out socializing, exercising, you know, eating healthier. Already this is the right direction to go in. I'm just going to kind of go over these things again and get all your questions. Good to see all of you. Yeah, you waste a lot of money on sports gambling. Yeah, that's another addiction that can hold people back, right? So getting up early, you know, leaving the house, showering, practicing gratitude, fresh air, you know, this is the step in the right direction. And then you can build on that. You know, a lot of people, I speak to a lot of people that they want to build a business, you know, they want to be financially free and do a job that they love, or seek employment, or a certain talent that they've got in that area, which is kind of entrepreneurial, career, business, etc. But fear holds them back. They get stuck in a pattern of focusing on the things that are not going well, their depression, their anxiety, their emotions. So the big part of breaking out of the big prison to break out of is your own emotions that you're dealing with every day, the negative thoughts, the intrusive thoughts, the negative emotions, the negative feelings, the negative stories that are in your head, past, the future, how you see yourself, you know, the habits that you do every day, that you, part of you realizes, part of you doesn't want to realize it. So it's becoming aware of the habits that are destructive, and all those habits coincide with that box of anxiety. You know, anxiety can be brilliant or it can be a curse. If you don't use anxiety to move forward and be creative, then it's very destructive. That's what fear will do. Fear will silence you, it will bully you, it will isolate you, and it will feed off of your energy. It will, you know, kind of give you a beating, make you depressed. So it's breaking out of this pattern. Every single day you do it, and each day that you do it, you get stronger and stronger. And obviously, we're talking about the short-term changes to make, because that's where it starts. Then the long-term changes, they come over time. So someone that wants to lose 50 pounds in weight, they're not going to do that straight away. So you could start off losing half a pound a day, and you can focus on what you can do today. Someone that wants to build a successful business, they're not going to build a business in a week or a day or a month, but you can start building it each and every day and making progress. So I say the capital P. Progress is really important. Progress is what gives you confidence, it's what gives you happiness, satisfaction, gratitude, peace. And the more progress you build, the more it adds up to life-changing results. So this is really what it entails to overcome your fears and your anxieties and to get out of being stuck. Whether you're in the wrong job, relationships that you don't want to be in, or mental health your mental health isn't as good. You know, it's all of it is mental and emotional. No, I'm not in Japan, I'm in the UK, thanks. So that's why I get all my clients to create a daily routine. I encourage all of you to do it. Now have a routine, don't just wake up and... Sorry, I don't know what's going on with the connection today, sometimes this happens. Yeah, I've got Instagram, you can find me, same name, Jonathan O'Halloran. All my tips and mentoring tips are there if you want to follow me. So as I said, have a daily routine, you know, which consists of getting up early, exercising, socializing, and working on your career or your business or work. Get those foundations in place and you'll start to feel better over time. And you can even have something even better. Even if you don't feel good, you can build the discipline to still do positive things, and eventually you're going to feel good. But we can't go solely by emotions with anything, because they're always going to let you down. They're always going to change. You're always going to be happy, sad. But if you go by discipline, that's something that you can always value and build. And that's more about getting a connection as well. You know, you get a great connection when you complete a certain discipline, like cleaning your apartment or going for a run, or spending time speaking to people or traveling. You know, things that are practical, things that are positive, things that we know help you in your life, things that you can actually enjoy. So you want to also do things that bring joy and connection. It sounds a little bit contradictory, because you're not always gonna enjoy life, you're not always going to have good emotions, but you could always find gratitude and connection. And these things, in my opinion and experience, can be better than good emotions, which are fleeting, as you know. Somebody likes your page online, it feels good for a short time, and then you're back to not feeling good again, or good enough, or sad. But discipline and growing is like a long-term satisfaction, which is not artificial. It's a lot more genuine, it's a lot more long-lasting, there's a lot more appreciation in it. So appreciation, gratitude, that spiritual connection, that feeling of just appreciating everything in life, that comes from a lot of that. Oops, sorry, still in my coffee, I thought the phone was going to fall. That comes from being disciplined. And if you look at anyone that's been successful or made changes, they didn't do it based on emotions, because it doesn't work that way. Your emotions can be up and down. So however you feel in the morning, you really start to try to just move forward, irrespective of how you feel. So if you wake up in the morning and you've got anxiety in your stomach and you've got a lot of negative intrusive thoughts, you still go to the gym and work out. You build a separate folder within yourself of strength. And we're not denying that days where we don't feel good, we've got anxiety, we're human, there's no shame in that, we've got negative thoughts, these things are not our fault. But we can learn to move forward despite not feeling great, or despite having a head full of negative thoughts and a body full of negative emotions. You're still growing, and over time you get into a good place anyway. So it eventually does work itself out. To be honest with you, I think the best thing to do is to move on. These are things that are really difficult that you're going through. It's a difficult situation, even for me to explain the live stream, but we all go through difficult things in life. Unfortunately, that is a part of life, but all we can do is come back stronger and change our perspective and connect with other people. But we all go through bad things in life, and that's a big part of what I'm teaching people today, how to deal with that better. But if we allow ourselves to be a victim, then we just suffer more. We stay in that place. So a lot of this is about breaking out of victim mentality, and I do understand it's difficult. I'm going through some difficult things. We all are, but you have to move on. And at some point, we've all been cheated on, we've all been betrayed, we've all been hurt. Unfortunately, that happens in life. But look at all the people that haven't done that. Look at all the good people in our life that haven't cheated on us, haven't betrayed us, and let's look at our own actions and how we go about treating other people. So if you want change in your life, then you have to break out of the victim mentality, which is, again, it's based on emotions, it's based on, but obviously there's a time where we've got to grieve, you know, we're going to be hurt, but at some point we've got to pick ourselves back up and move on, because otherwise we're going to stay hurt for the rest of our life. And if you want to do that, that's your choice, but no one wants that. So overcoming anxiety is not just about daily anxieties, it's about overcoming our traumas, our heartbreaks, our disappointments. We lose people, we lose money. This is part of life. These are things that are going to happen, they're inevitable, but how we deal with them is down to us, and the support that we get, and the discipline that we build, and the love and the gratitude that we practice. So I'd say sometimes, you know, sometimes we all get selfish. We focus too much on what's happened to us, but we don't focus on what can we give to other people. We can give a lot: friendship, time, empathy, you know, business skills, many things that we can give. But yeah, life is difficult for all of us at times, for sure. And the daily discipline routine it's really helped me and my clients. It helps anyone at any stages of life, anyone that wants to build confidence and discipline and appreciate life more and find gratitude. But especially if you're going through a difficult time with a breakup, or someone's cheated on you, or you've lost money, or whatever the case may be, you really want to practice daily discipline, because generally people make things worse by adding more problems to their problem, by feeding on the problem and not letting go of it. So I'd say, even if you're going for a problem, at least a couple of hours a day, you want to let go of your problems, which you can do. You want to go and work out, go for a run. You want to exercise. You know, you want to break out, but otherwise you're going to stay in that, and all you're going to do is feed on your problems. So there is always a choice, guys and girls. We even for a few hours, because we're here now, we're present, you know. Even the things that have happened to us in the past, they're not here right now. So we can focus on today, now, enjoying now, and letting go of problems by getting present, getting grateful, taking action. Well, that part of the brain is designed to keep us safe, and that's where a lot of the anxiety is created from. So it's having the strength to override that part of the brain, and that's done through daily discipline and practice. And one of the quickest ways you can do that is through running and exercise, getting up early, talking, you know, being more honest in your communication, more authentic, and getting help and support from a mentor that can teach you, hold you accountable, and give you that mental and emotional support that you need. So there's some of the most effective ways that I teach and I help my clients with, and that people have also helped me with. So I'm trying to get this chair a bit more comfortable. I need to get a better chair. It's better. So yeah, one main practice today. Practice taking action and moving forward today. Even when you don't feel like it. Every single day there'll be something that all of us need to do, but we're not going to feel like doing it. It might be paying rent, it might be making a phone call, it might be being more positive, being more grateful, having more faith. It might be making a YouTube video, or speaking to a client in our business, or speaking to friends, or leaving the house. It could be a number of things that we need to do, but we don't feel like doing it. So get into the habit of doing it anyway. Train yourself, discipline yourself. Start off small, building a habit, and it will get easier over time. It will become second nature. So, you know, when you wake up in the morning, try to not sleep in too long and snooze. Try to get out of bed as quick as you can, take a cold shower, brush your teeth, put some music on, put your clothes on, leave the house. It's a whole regimen, a routine of discipline. And boy, this helps you in every single area of life, in every area, not just with combating anxiety and building confidence and, and being successful in your business, or it makes you a better person. You'll be better with people. I wouldn't really go into that now, to be honest. You're going into too much of the science. Maybe you can, but I want to focus more on the reality, on the practicalities, and the main discussion today is moving forward, regardless of how you feel, and taking action and practicing discipline. Again, sometimes that's a trap that people get into, I've said before, where too much analyzing and reading books about science and about how the brain works